Our tale of the tape for this flyweight fight. 36-year-old Liz Carmouche against 35-year-old Deanna Bennett.
You can look at that weight, 125. That means Liz made her weight. Deanna did not and missed it by a lot.
A lot indeed. Here is Michael C. Williams.
Live on Paramount Network, Bellator MMA now presents a feature fight in the flyweight division, set for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing the blue corner first. At 5'4", weighing in 131.7 pounds. Her professional record, 10 wins, 6 losses, 1 draw. Fighting out of Oakhurst, New Jersey, Deanna Vitamin D Bennett. And across the cage, her adversary, fighting out of the red corner. At 5'6", weighing in 125.5 pounds, the former world title challenger tonight makes her Bellator debut, bringing 13 professional victories, 7 defeats. By way of Okinawa, Japan, she fights out of San Diego, California, Liz Gorilla Carmouche. In charge, your referee, Todd Anderson.
Todd Anderson, our referee. You check out the tweet from her scissor sister, and I will tell you the story. When Alimale first came into the gym, Liz Carmouche was working the front desk and signed her up. Alimale is the champion. They go hard in training. Will they fight for the title one day? We will see. We are underway. Carmouche in the red gloves, Bennett in the blue gloves.
Nice little head movement by Liz Carmouche as she started off that sequence.
Born in Louisiana, grew up in Okinawa, Japan. Her father was in the Air Force. She was there from age 3 until age 20.
Nice go behind. Beautiful takedown. Liz Carmouche is one of the physically strongest ladies that I've ever seen fight.
She said, in my mind, I'm coming in here with a clean slate. Just like everyone else, I have to work my way up the ranks before I fight Alima. If the opportunity comes sooner, that's great, but I'm totally cool with putting in the work, and it starts right here against Vitamin D, Deanna Bennett.
She's got a very interesting position. This is something that a lot of jiu-jitsu practitioners are starting to do, taking the back, utilizing the lockdown when they have the back.
Watch that back of the head. Find that ear.
Black belt in 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu.
She's in that twister position, setup kind of. But Deanna Bennett also said though is that I'm comfortable on the ground. That's where actually I'm special at. So she felt very good there. She was able to get out of the lockdown and get back to her feet. Nicely done by her.
Most of this camp in Utah for Deanna Bennett. She has trained with Jeremy Horn in the past, part of the Milicic team way back in those glory days with the champions like Jens Pulver, obviously Matt Hughes. Yep.
Let me help
Tim Sylvia.
Jeremy Horn, I haven't heard that name in a while.
All right, Buddy Gumby.
Man, Mr. 100 and 200 fights or something.
Yeah.
Jeez. Just probably one of the nicest guys I think you'll ever meet.
Absolutely.
One of the nicest guys and one of the great brains when it comes to fighting MMA.
Of course, Pat Milicic, a champion as well. The Croatian sensation. They break.
Don't sit still. Hands up. Strong. Let's go. You control that distance now. Keep your hands working. Don't kick yet. Keep punching. Yep. Over the jab. Hop, hop. Yep. Keep hopping. That's it. Keep patient. Put that punch. No more kicking. Keep your feet
Midway point of round number 1. Both women have very good grappling skills.
Strong base. Strong base. Right back to pressure. Nope. Keep those hands popping, please.
I like to remind people, like, their records are very similar, but their level of competition has been completely different.
You're absolutely right.
You can see that Bennett's giving her a little bit too much respect right now. She needs to go out there and try and push Liz around a little bit more and actually throw more than just one.
And Liz Carmouche has fought a who's list in women's mixed martial arts.
Liz Carmouche went 5 rounds with a woman that I think is one of the best mixed martial artists I've ever seen, Valentina Shevchenko. She went 5 rounds with her. You can stay 5 rounds with Valentina, you're special.
And she beat her back in 2010.
Exactly.
Spot Alexis Davis, Misha Tate.
Nice little setup, inside leg kick with the overhand right by Liz.
Jessica Andrade, and tonight, Deanna Bennett.
Also fought Ronda Rousey. I remember that.
I remember that very well. Had her back early.
Overhand position here, head position, bicep control, good. Watch your base, watch your base.
Push on the bicep right there. Good. Now you can turn.
Good head position by Liz in that situation because you can see what Deanna is looking for. She's got the whizzer on the outside, looking to step her leg across. That head position is keeping her from doing it.
Liz is physically strong. You can just see it how she got reversed with her back to the fence, and she just lifted her underhook and put Bennett's back to the fence.
And what Deanna's doing is Deanna's actually lifting her feet up off of the ground to move her around, which is it's a smart move, smart technique to use when you have someone that's that strong and trying to press you down.
Liz Carmouche fought for the Strikeforce title after just 8 months of training back in 2011 against the great Marlos Kunin.
That was a beautiful little roll through that Liz Carmouche did, but she just couldn't end up on the top position.
Yep. Nice job by Deanna to do it.
Good start to this flyweight fight.
Thank you.
She came in a knockout, she's leaving a knockout. The first Bellator girl, Mercedes Terrell. Her first show was in Kansas City. She said in an outdoor shopping center with a crowd of about 50 people, over 200 events. We wish her very well in her future endeavors. She is a very cool human being. Mercedes, all the best. We will miss you. Round 2. Who gets round 1? Josh.
I think Liz Carmouche, she had a big slam in the beginning. She had good positioning. She was beating Bennett to the punches. I thought she did a great job.
John?
You know, it's amazing that Josh can actually learn. I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying it. No, he's absolutely right.
I like asking both you guys so I can get you guys in a fight.
I'm trying to absorb as much knowledge as I can because John's 76 this week.
There you go.
Somewhere around there, so.
Don't bounce out. Let's go.
It's amazing. I gain a year every week with Josh.
Yes, you do.
Let's go. Start touching. Yeah, hands up, please.
There's that little fake kick, inside kick, and then coming over the top with Liz with the right hand. Nice job.
That means I was at your 50th 26 years ago, John?
Not a kick base. Not a kick base.
Something like that.
You talked about the level of competition being very different, Josh, but as this fight continues, you can see the level of confidence rising drastically for Deanna Bennett.
Yeah, but you don't want to get overconfident with Liz Carmouche. One
For sure.
mistake and you'll get picked up, slammed, submitted along those lines.
Yeah. Keep your hand up.
Well, Josh is right as far as the level of competition, but you can look at Deanna, and she has fought some really high-level, good lady fighters. And, she's gone against Miranda Maverick twice. She's an outstanding fighter. She's fought like Roxanne Modafferi, Jodie Escobar. She's been in there with some really good, talented ladies. Nice takedown by Deanna Bennett.
Beat Juliana Pena way back in 2013. Opened her career 8-0.
This is where Deanna Bennett said that she felt really comfortable with Liz Carmouche.
She is comfortable here because she has got very good base and positioning on the ground.
She's also got 6 more pounds.
Well, you know what? Right now, that does make a difference.
Liz throwing the old school heel kick, but not to the back, but more to the thigh, which is, I actually really love that. I do that from the standing, or used to do that from the standing position.
Well, she could throw it from anywhere now. That's legal.
Midway point of this fight, Bennett trying to do damage on top. You talked about her father being a police officer. Deanna said, I have my father's badge. I carry it with me to all my fights. It is my #1 most prized possession because it means everything.
John, I talked with Liz this week. We did a couple interviews with her. We plus in the fighter meetings. Do you look at this fight also as possibly like a gotcha fight? It's your first fight in a new promotion, new contract, all these things. Deanna Bennett's tough. She's well-rounded all the way around. Somebody that hasn't fought the level of competition of you, but then there's the jitters of the fight coming in. I look at it like we're seeing this position right now, and Deanna Bennett looks phenomenal right now.
Right now,
I know she lost the first round, but she's controlling this grappling situation at this moment.
Right now, in my opinion, Liz is allowing herself to stay on the ground in positions where she has the opportunity to try to get up and get out, but she's not going there. Right now, she's going for that elevator, going for the leg.
She's got her in that heel hook.
She's got a good chance at it right now.
Bennett trying to roll out of trouble.
Just create that pressure.
She needs to keep
use those
moving.
legs.
She needs to keep circling and pushing on the butt, or at least coming up and hugging the head. She has that heel, though. This is also a very dangerous position. We've seen before in the past when people that hold on to leg locks too long, they're able to get countered and hit just like this.
She couldn't get her right leg activated in that, and that's what allowed Deanna to get herself at least up right now. Liz needs to figure out either if I can utilize my legs to push her back, I can stay with my submission. If she's getting on top, I gotta let it go like she's doing.
Nice job by Deanna Bennett.
As a corner, though, in my mind, I'm thinking, Liz, you should have used that when you felt you didn't have it. Kick her away and get back to your feet. She allowed Deanna Bennett to get back to the top position.
30 seconds on the clock here in round number 2.
John,
Back of the head.
Right now, how would you score that, though? She was threatening the submissions, but Deanna, I feel like she's winning the round because she's been on top, doing some work, doing some striking. How would you score that as of right now?
Well, as far as just that sequence, obviously you're going to give credit to the grappling of her going for the submission. You give nothing to Deanna as far as the defense, but overall in the round, striking has been the biggest element. That's what you're going to go off of.
Good job, ladies.
Both corners agree with what I asked you guys during break. 1-1.
Absolutely 1-1.
And
Confidence.
man, confidence in Bennett.
Ready?
I talked about that,
Ready?
Josh, and her trainers, her corner is pumped up. Third and final round, 5 minutes remain. Liz Carmouche's corner said, you need to win this round.
Well, John and I talked about confidence. You piggybacked on it, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm going to go back and watch that later. I think I brought it up. There's Big John's scorecard.
Beautiful push kick.
John.
Right. Come on, work yourself back up.
You heard Deanna Bennett's corner tell her between rounds, get after her. I told you you could do this. You knew you could do it. Now get out there, get the takedown, and dominate her like you did in the second.
Take a look at some of the numbers. A lot of strikes thrown. Percentage just a little bit better for Deanna Bennett.
Biggest problem with strike stats is those are not saying which were big shots, which were little ground and pound shots. So you've got to be educated saying the shots that someone is landing on their feet are always going to be given a lot more weight than the ones that are landed that are little body heads on the ground.
Deanna Bennett doing a very good job on trying to get that wrist control. This old move where the fighters, they switch their legs against the fence to try to break the grip. I remember the first time I saw that was with Dan Henderson. Guys would try to take him down or get on the leg, and he would switch his hips, and people got confused not knowing what to do. It changes the dynamic of where your hip pressure is.
Well, Deanna's utilizing that Kimura grip to try to defend against Liz getting her back, and now you're seeing Liz switching that grip on her.
Together now, together, your head is in. Your head is in.
Deanna Bennett.
And you see how Deanna Bennett's her feet are not against the fence. Liz, what she can do is start sweeping those feet back, hooking them and sweeping them back, so she sits Deanna Bennett right to her butt.
Whether she does an inside or outside hook on one of those legs, she sweeps one of them out, she's going to go down.
Not always, but yeah, I get it. If we did it to you, John, you would go down, for sure.
Definitely.
No doubt.
I go down without anybody doing it.
Very true. She's following her coach's instructions between rounds. I'm very impressed with Deanna Bennett right now.
Don't grab it.
Liz going for the switch.
Nice switch.
Nice switch, isn't it?
Deanna needs to stand up and start wrist control and start fighting the wrist and start getting back to her feet, breaking the grip. Liz doing a good job. What she needs to do is sag Deanna Bennett to that right side.
She needs to watch Phil Davis and the way he sags people down.
Yeah. Phil Davis with a split decision win last night in the rematch against Lyoto Machida. 2 minutes remain in the Bellator debut for both Liz Carmouche and Deanna Bennett.
But John, this is what I was talking about. There's a lot of nerves that go into this, and I think this is a very nice
job of taking the
transition.
back by Liz.
She's on the neck now, too. That's in tight,
Well,
John.
that's deep.
Let go, that's it, that's it. It's over.
You okay?
What a finish. Needed, got it, and the smile.
Good work, ladies.
Bit of relief as well. Needless to say, John.
That's what makes submission so special.
3-17.
Take a look at the setup. She's been working for that takedown, then jumps to the back, gets both hooks in, and as soon as she does, look at where Deanna's hands are. They're on the ground, meaning that her neck is open. She gets the arm around the neck, immediately palm to palm squeeze, tight. Nice submission and beautiful first win for Liz Carmouche in the Bellator cage.
Like John said, the hand on the ground means that you're not defending the actual choke, and she stayed in that tripod position, which means that she didn't pick a side to start defending. There was no reason for her to stay there, and that's what led to her getting the arm underneath the neck.
Liz Carmouche, a winner by submission. It is her first win by submission in over 8 years, and she's victorious in her Bellator debut. Liz Carmouche didn't just win round 3, she finished Deanna Bennett in the 3rd round, victorious in her debut. To make it official, Michael C. Williams.
Inside the Bellator cage, it comes to an end by way of a rear naked choke. The tap officially 3 minutes, 17 seconds, round number 3 by submission. The winner, Liz Gorilla Carmouche.
Liz Carmouche, 3:17 of the 3rd rear naked choke. She will visit with Big John McCarthy.
Liz, congratulations on your very first victory in the Bellator cage. What was it like coming in to have a different promotion, first fight? You've been signed for a while, but we weren't able to get you into the cage. What was it like coming here now?
At first it was difficult just because I was so excited to experience going to Hawaii, seeing backstage Bellator, seeing so many familiar faces I connected with. And I just had that fresh, like, I just want to train every day as hard as I can. And then post-one, I was like, no, but it's so close. But I've been excited to be with promotion. Everybody's kept me informed, so I knew it was just a matter of time, and I just had to stay ready.
You had a beautiful first round, big slam right off the start. You end up winning that round. The second round, you went for that heel hook. It was close at a point, and then you decided to let go of it. And then you got to the 3rd round after your corner had said, you need to win this fight. Talk about that finish.
Yeah, you know, I felt some pops in her ankle, so I thought I had it. It seemed like she was raising her hand to tap, and it just didn't. She pulled through. She did good with it. And just like my corner said, I knew in the 3rd round I'd come out stronger than ever. And I was convinced tonight I was not leaving with the finish. It was not going to go decision. That's not how I was starting Bellator. That's not how this new chapter is going to go. So I had to seize the opportunity when it showed.
Well, that was a fantastic finish. So what is next for you? Who is it that you want to see fighting against you in this Bellator cage?
Well, first I just want to say to my wife, I love you. To my son, Brant, Aishtaru, I'm thinking about you. And, you know, I told everybody, and I meant it, when I came to this organization, my previous experience meant nothing here. I wanted to start from the beginning and build my way up. If that meant that I got to lean my necks, great, I'm ready for that. If it means I have to work through because the women that were here first, they were setting that path before me, that's absolutely okay. I'm starting fresh. I have no ranking here. I want to work my way to the top and give everybody their due and the respect that they deserve.
Well, that was a fantastic finish. Congratulations on your first victory here. Back to you, Goldie.
Class act indeed, the Gorilla with the finish in the 3rd round, rear naked choke. And yes, Deanna Bennett kind of limped out of the Bellator cage, so some damage done earlier